This man picked up a brand name recorder, but discovered that the recording inside precisely announced his own name. He thought this was just a coincidence, but the recording immediately began telling the bizarre news about Flight 1015's disappearance. Mike's heart skipped a beat. He was on Flight 1015. Being highly intelligent, he immediately thought, this must be a thrilling little game designed by the airline for everyone. The recording said this plane would vanish over the Pacific Ocean and ultimately crash into Miami Beach. All 171 passengers on board would perish, and strange things kept happening on the plane. For instance, when the plane had just taken off, it started raining heavily outside the window. Mike pulled back the curtain and it was indeed raining. He vaguely sensed something was off. The recording then mentioned that shortly after takeoff, the plane would encounter a flock of birds, and that birds would strike the aircraft. After a while, sure enough, birds hit the plane. This recorder could actually make predictions. Mike hurriedly found a flight attendant, asking them to confirm whether birds had really struck the plane, but the attendant told him she hadn't heard anything. After the attendant left, Mike wanted to give the headphones to a passenger next to him, to let him help verify what he heard. The passenger left with a disgusted look. At this moment, a man approached him. He said he used to be a pilot, and based on his years of flying experience, the sound just now was indeed birds hitting the engine. At this point, Mike had to believe this was a recording from the future, so he continued playing it to see if there were any clues that could prevent this air disaster. The recording announced the crash would occur at 11:15, leaving only 30 minutes from now, and the last words the captain said before the crash were, "Good night, New York." Just then, an announcement came through the plane's speakers. Apparently there was a storm ahead, and the cabin might experience turbulence at any time. The captain hoped everyone would stay in their seats. Mike nervously broke out in a cold sweat, terrified the captain would say those words, "Good night, New York." Fortunately, after the announcement, the captain stopped broadcasting. Mike finally breathed a sigh of relief. But then the recorder provided more information that made Mike's blood run cold. There was apparently a major gang prisoner being transported on the plane.